I had mildew problem. I had rats coming in. They took all my stuff out of my house, just threw everything away, and was supposed to repair my house, and nothing's been started yet.
Cummings was invited to the press conference. He's the representative of the 7th District, which is right here. What do you, if you had a message for him, what would you tell him?
Elijah Cummings, to show up, to show up and to represent.
Ben Carson is the latest official to react to comments about Baltimore. He held a press conference in the city today to address the problems with housing and crime.
I've talked to the president over the last couple of days about what can we do for Baltimore. He's very willing to work with people here in Baltimore, including with Elijah Cummings. But, the president's emphasis is on the people. And that certainly is my emphasis. Before I endorsed him, when I dropped out of the race, we sat down and had a prolonged talk about the poor people of our country and what were we going to do about it. You look at Holland's House here, a RAD conversion, public-private partnerships to convert this area very substantially. That can be done all around us.
I lived in Baltimore all my life.
And so you've seen it really kind of transform in a way.
Yes, yes.
So, would you say it's gotten a lot better, or is it kind of stayed the same?
It's gotten better. To me, it's gotten better. I was on the street. I was sleeping on the street in a little corner area of somebody's house, and I was sleeping on the other side. So I got tired of, laying out in the street. I started getting infections in my legs. So when they cut this off, I went for a house, apartment, and a housing, and this is what I got. It took me 2 months to get it.
Yeah.
Which that was a lot done for a person like me.
And has your life improved since then?
Yes, my life, yeah, definitely, man. It beats sleeping in the street. Seriously, it beats sleeping in the street. Yeah, it is. They keep it up.
This Holland's House here was redeveloped by CPDC, which is a development arm of Enterprise Community Partners, my organization. And what CPDC did was bring in $26 million in private capital through a public-private partnership to redevelop and preserve this building as affordable housing. And why it's important, and the reason why I think Secretary Carson chose this spot, is because these are very vulnerable people here in the city. These are people who are seniors and people with disabilities. And without some kind of subsidy to help lower their rent, they're not going to be living in the kind of quality housing that's presented here by Holland's House. And again, I think what's really important here is that it's a lot of private capital, $26 million in private capital that helped to redevelop and preserve this as affordable.
It looks like a really nice building. I mean, comparatively to what we have across the street, obviously they say that's what it used to look like. Do you know anything about that? Do you know what this area used to look like before this building went up?
Sir, I do not.
I left 6 weeks ago. It'll be 6 weeks ago to the day Friday. I had mildew problem. I had rats coming in. They took all my stuff out of my house, just threw everything away, and was supposed to repair my house, and nothing's been started yet.
Or you're in the bed and something's crawling up in your bed. I'm not used to that. When we had the water incident and the mayor was there, we were told that we couldn't speak. Yeah, when we was only receiving a trickle of water, if that, in some apartments.
Yep.
Yeah, and we had to go with the buckets down to the fire hydrants, like we were in a third world country. Yep. And for those that are considered, like myself, disabled or senior citizens, it was hard. And when you come, I have to look around the door to make sure nothing is along. See how I got them in the door, and that's a baby roach on there right there.
Yep. So they told you not to. They told you not to speak to anybody.
Yeah, we were told not to say any, thing now.
Well, there was $16 billion in federal aid that's been given to Baltimore in the past 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think about that? Have you seen any of the results from that?
I know that they tore a lot of houses down, ran down houses, dilapidated and stuff like that. But what are you putting in its place? You could tear all of Baltimore City down, but if you're not replacing it with anything, and then the areas, sometimes the area itself, you can put in new programs and implement this, that, and the other. But if the children don't have anywhere to go or anything to do, nothing knowledgeable, that's a problem. If you don't have anything to help the seniors, because what about the seniors that doesn't have family?
Cummings was invited to the press conference. He's the representative of the 7th District, which is right here. What if you had a message for him, what would you tell him?
Elijah Cummings, to show up, to show up and to represent, to show up and to represent, if he was invited and it's going to be a positive atmosphere, no name slinging, name calling, nothing negative, and you're trying to come to a peaceful decision, then yeah, show up, and take them on a tour of Baltimore. You just can't call names, and you never been here or don't understand the circumstances here, because everybody is not poor, or deal with rats and roaches. Everybody don't live like that.
Yeah.
So you can't label everybody like that, but just show up, and come through and see how people are living here and what's the problems here, what do they need help with, what areas they have grown in, but I know one thing, as far as the children, you can't close all the rec centers, and take away the libraries and have nothing for them.
Yeah.
Nothing but a cell phone, rap music, not saying that rap is bad. I'm not saying that, but
Needs to be some other form
it's
of
right,
education.
some other things for them
Yeah.
to do,
And what would you have to say to President Trump about his comments about calling Baltimore rat infested?
Well, you know what?
Do you agree with that, or?
No, I don't agree with that. We were taught that when we were young about name calling, and ignorance don't need a response. It really doesn't. But he need to come. You're the president. You need to come here and just see if you know that it's rat infested here. So you say, then come and find out why it's rat infested here. Come and find out why all that money that we just received, how's it being spent?
Exactly.
Come and find out why this haven't been taken care of, or pipes are busting, pipes that have been here, 100 years, and they just getting around to trying to fix them once they, burst. So, why the homicide rate is the way that it is, You need to come here and find out, even if you have to get here and walk the streets, not come here and have it already set up for you to go to this particular place, that particular place, and more than likely it'll be the inner harbor. No, you need to come through the inner cities of Baltimore and find out what's going on before you start name calling. It doesn't hurt, to hear different people's stories and stuff like that. It doesn't hurt at all,
Yeah.
But the name calling, I don't agree with.